Hello and welcome back to the White Pew podcast. I am ZM and it is Sunday the 23rd of June 2024, which is, yes, a Sunday when we post the text, but more importantly than that, most importantly, it is GDLP's birthday. Happy birthday, Gabrielle de la Puente, who is 30 years old today. Wah, 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 air klaxon. So normally we play like a game where I give you like a silly little emoji to post alongside on Instagram once you get to the end of the text, and I'll like tell you what that emoji is at the end of the text. But please can you also post that emoji and also a HBD GDLP, please, because yeah, got to celebrate my favourite collaborator, my only collaborator, my sweet friend who I love and adore so much. Happy birthday. I will obviously text this. I'm recording this before her birthday, so I'm pretending it's Sunday, the 23rd of June. But obviously on Sunday I will text her. But from you guys say it separately, obviously, duh. I'm going to get straight into reading the text because I always do these like really long preambles and it's just, it's so unnecessary. Maybe I just need to warm up. Who knows? But I'm going to, get straight into reading this week's text, which is a review-ish of Tai Shani's show. The world to me was a secret. CAESIOUS, ZINNOBER, CELADON and VIRESCENT, which is on at the Cosmic House. And the Cosmic House is this random house in Holland Park that has been turned... Well, it's not a random house. It's a house that belonged to a famous architect. And he has like... done architect things to it. That is what I don't know how to talk about that house properly and describe it without like really getting into it. So maybe what I will do is I will save the bit that I wrote describing the house, and I'll post that on Instagram on Wednesday before I leave for my birthday week off, as a little, I don't know, director's cut for the review. So I'll post that on Wednesday with the review reminder and my goodbye peace out. Mic drop, birthday exit. But the Cosmic House belonged to a famous architect, done all weird, and now it's open to the public as a kind of, I don't know, West London version of a National Trust house, but for like cosmopolitan Londoners rather than, I don't know, OAPs from the countryside. I say that like I don't love a National Trust house. I fucking do. Never mind. Okay. Rolling up to 3 minutes on the useless preamble. I'm not cutting it. I'm going to get straight into reading, if that's okay. But yeah, come back at the end for the emoji. I came to the Cosmic House for a kind of vicarious pleasure. 19 Lansdowne Walk, Holland Park, West London. From the outside it looks imposing, but so do all the houses round here. None of them look like my understanding of a house. None of them are pebble dashed, and this isn't really the suburbs. The Cosmic House was designed in the 70s by Charles Jenks, an American landscape architect and architectural theorist. He is most well known for his writing about postmodernism and a lava lamp style diagram of the evolutionary tree of 20th century architecture. This house was his literal family home, an architectural, artistic, domestic, collaborative project for him, his wife and their friends, fellow artists and architects, Rem Koolhaas, Terry Farrell, Eduardo Paolozzi. It's kind of nuts, and I don't know how to qualify that. You just have to trust me. It's like a fun house. It's like an artwork of its own. I'm glad it exists, but it makes me feel a bit woozy. To think that people can live like this, in and amongst it all the stuff, all the stimulus. I like vicarious pleasure. I like walking through London's residential neighbourhoods in the evening, dusk, whenever it's getting dark out, whenever people put their lights on. I can see into their homes with flawless clarity. The window frames it all, a perfect, sweet vignette. Walking through these neighbourhoods at dusk is like walking through a gallery, like I'm looking at all the lovely paintings. Except I am watching people watch telly, gogglebox in real life, or I am watching them make dinner, eat dinner, argue, read books and magazines, type things on a laptop, play Xbox. I am watching them drink red wine. They're at home, luxuriating in grand domestic interiors. I like to look, but I try not to be seen. If they do see me, things can get confrontational. Mostly they just pull the curtains, dim the lights. They withdraw and take my perfect vignette away with them. But one time, a woman tapped on the window to try and shoo me away. I'm just trying to look at paintings. Behold a portrait of contemporary domestic life in modern London. Looking is a kind of consumption, a kind of vicarious pleasure. Through the window, I get to view the splendour over there. I get to receive it without participating. I don't like the idea that the paintings can look back. I don't want real life. I want a distant image of it. By thinking about it as a painting, I make it over there. The artifice of window as vignette, three-dimensional life flattened into two. Anyway, I'm down on the lower ground floor in the Cosmic House, in a long room that is now a gallery. The rest of the house isn't a typical house, so it makes sense that the gallery isn't a typical white cube. It has green marble floors, a mirrored ceiling, a poem in praise of the sun etched into the mirrored dado rail. Is that how you say dado rail? I don't actually know. Okay. It also has an installation by Tai Shani. The world to me was a secret. CAESIOUS, ZINNOBER, CELADON and VIRESCENT. The gallery's green floor is part covered by fleshy pink-red rectangular rugs. A pink heart balloon, I think made of glass, tethered to the ground and propped up in suspension by a twisted metal rail tied in a bow. A glassy flat pancake of a melting eye, like spat phlegm with cellular blobs, spots radiating inside out of them. In the centre, the mitochondria, or the pupil. In the centre of that, a yellow smiley face. A fossilised blue skull with transparent ping-pong ball eyes. One eye dangles out, replaced by a half-peeled banana. Forehead studded with little plasticky flowers and gems. Its bone texture looks like oxidised copper, the visual texture of fizzy sour cola sweets. Oversized mother-of-pearl teeth crowding out its skeletal mouth. It is wearing a pink frilly ruff and an orange wig with beachy ombre waves. 2 miniature green hands are rising out of the skull's crown, clasping desperately onto a cartoon red heart. A silky green print hangs on a curved wall, twisting green ribbons and milky bubbles, black holes and architraving. 2 pearls the size of footstools, iridescent, holographic and solid. 2 fish tanks. The fish tanks are interesting to me. They face each other, mirrored in double. Both have a raised dais, a little stepped stage to present beautiful items. One with a baby pink glass fish shape full of iridescent glass bubble eggs. The other with what looks like the fish's veins and arteries pulled out like a twisted tangled red ribbon. Both have blue fish tank pebbles lining the bottom. Both are populated by tiny blue baby shrimp. They are so small I have to get very close to the glass to see them. So close my breath fogs the glass. They are so blue, kind of teal or royal blue, really, really blue and blue all over. I didn't know shrimp this colour even existed, but the shrimp are like the perfect, true audience for this art. Forced to move around it, live alongside it, luxuriate in the grand classical architecture of it, wiggling around and through their home in the weird negative space. I don't understand their experience. For me, as a human viewer, it's an over-there art object. I peer into their domestic environmental interior like it is a perfect, sweet vignette. But for them, the space is all at a different scale. Yeah, the fish tank recalibrates my understanding of space and scale, makes it unfold and explode. 2 dimensions flop out into 3, like switching to Street View on Google Maps. It makes the space look back at me, offering itself up, rather than looking in through a window, through a frame, at the distant image over there. I think I am in the image, living my life amongst it, wiggling around and through my environment in the weird negative space. I like to walk down residential streets at dusk, looking in people's windows like they are paintings for me to behold. Vicarious pleasure. Do you know what I mean? That is what I said to the shrimp in the fish tank in the gallery. No, we don't know. This isn't a window or a frame. This is a whole entire room and you're in it now, baby. Oh, yeah. The shrimp are answering back. This is more than just a room, more than just negative space to negotiate coexistence with. This room is a body, or at least a reliquary for disparate body parts. Ours is a glass fish with ribbon veins. Yours is a human with a glass heart. It's all mirrored in double. It's all very neat. Whoa, yeah. The shrimp are so wise, like benevolent custodians guiding me round the gallery. Because before there was art and installations, there were relics. When the ancient Egyptians mummified their pharaohs, they'd pull out the lungs, intestines, stomach and liver. They'd place these organs in canopic jars, and they'd place the jars in the tomb with the sarcophagus. And Christian reliquaries were really just beautiful boxes to protect and display the holy remains of a holy saint. Their finger, their bones, their crown of thorns. Both of those things are sacred arrangements of a body in space, life after death. Objects in space have always commanded human reverence. In the case of holy saints, being so full of virtue meant their bodies wouldn't decompose. The church called it incorruptibility, and it was a sign of divine intervention. Yes, the room is like a skin containing the organs and parts. Yes, the work is a kind of body, and in becoming art, it also becomes alive, or at least it doesn't decompose so quickly. Suddenly, the art is not over there, away from me, all distant in its frame. I am in the image and in the room, and the room is a kind of body, and it's kind of alive, and the shrimp are speaking to me about it, and I think they understand the work better than I do. It's all beyond the 2D, 3D slip. A whole other dimension is called fourth, a living dimension. The shrimp tell me that the world to me was a secret, is a line pulled from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. They tell me this show responds to the Promethean impulse, the urge to make things come to life. I nod because I see it. Holy magic, a miracle. Art coming alive around me as I look, an unvicarious, direct pleasure. I am only a shrimp, baby small and blue, luxuriating in the grand classical domestic surroundings. It only belongs to me for a moment, as a pilgrim on my way. Soon I will be back on the residential street looking at my paintings of domestic interiors. But for now, I'm inside the window, inside the frame, wiggling through the negative space. And there you go. That is the review. It's short and it's sweet, and it is more like, funnily enough, it is more like a vignette. That's neat. It's like a vignette of the exhibition, like a little postcard of what it felt like to be in there. Do you know what? Since this is so short, I will bulk it out with my thoughts. Why not? And I'll chat to you. We have spent, I actually can't say why, but we spent a bit of time going through some old texts and thinking about maybe the past and the way we used to write about exhibitions, short and sweet and like vignettes, and documenting the experience of what it was like to be in an exhibition. And this is the first text I'm writing after doing that task, and I think maybe not subconsciously, maybe also consciously, but more subconsciously than I realised, I've actually done that fully. I've written like a little postcard preview of what it was like to be in the room, and I've done it with like 2024 hindsight and writerly brain, but yeah. This feels like old white pube before we started writing about institutions and trying to write weird fiction. Not that there's anything wrong with either of those things. Like, really enjoy both of them, and like that kind of leaks in. But yeah, it's an odd one. Yeah, we're both turning for like 30. Gab today, or Sunday, and me the Sunday after. And doing that nice task where we were looking back at old texts felt, yeah. The white pube has been the most part of my 20s. Yeah, we started when I was 21. When we were both 21, I think. 20. Yeah, 21. And it has been like a diary of our 20s. And going back to those early texts from 2015 when we were like babies with a capital B. Baby blue shrimp. Yeah. I don't know. It's an odd one. I don't know where that thought would end. But I don't know. This felt like a nice time to write a postcard in the style of my younger, old self. So yeah, there you go. Postcard. And I think do you know what? I will say, I will actually on Wednesday before I go, I'll read or post on Instagram like the little, it's only a paragraph, but like I cut it from this, the first draft of this text because I was like, like that's actually, I'm writing about the exhibition. I don't want to write about the house. That's a whole separate thing. Like I don't want to merge two reviews into one. I'm going to keep it short, keep it clean. Keep it under 1,500 words actually, which this is barely, but cut a paragraph describing the house or talking about the house, and I'll post that on Instagram before I go. What was I going to say with that? I don't know. I'm rambling again, but I'm not pausing to edit this. It's just one take wonder. We're doing it. I'll post that on Instagram on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, now you've made it to the end of my long rambling intro, outro, text in the middle, I will give you the emoji. And it is, please can I have a shrimp? But also, if you post a shrimp, don't forget to post HBDGDLP. Thank you. Because it is Gabrielle's birthday and we love her. Everyone loves Gabrielle. And yeah, 30 is a big birthday. We love it. Round number. Also change of a decade. That's what the round number means. Yeah. Okay. I will leave you to the rest of your Sunday. Goodbye from me. And I will not catch you next week because it'll be my birthday. So see you the week after that when I'm on the other side of a decade shift change, gear change, whatever that is. Maybe I will wake up feeling brand new. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll wake up feeling the same. But older and wiser, hopefully. Okay, bye.